Good evening, everyone. How's everyone doing? It's Maisha T. Hill here.
Spot 7 my century.
Well, getting ready to go live here and do what we do best, practice nonviolent communication because, oh, you can turn that light back on. That looks real dark. I look like I'm doing something that I don't want to do. All right. So, hey, everyone, we're going to do a live, direct, compassionate communication practice. So if you want to do this practice in real time, I want to encourage you to get a pen and a piece of paper because I'm going to show you the very basics of direct, compassionate communication. This is work. I told you all that. I'm going live for 30 days, 3 times a day now to talk about Heal Your Way Forward, practices of healing your way forward. And we're going to move 3,000 copies of this book. The link is in the bio. If you want to support the campaign, you get the book. I've been making bracelets all day. You get a book, you get a bracelet, you get a signed signature card. And I think we only have 2,960 more to go. So let's go. We're doing it. Good to see you, Danny, on Substack. We are on Substack, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. So welcome this evening. I want to have you all get your pens and paper out because we're about to put in some work. I told you we were going to put in some work because a lot of people don't know what's going on with them. They don't know how to mitigate their feelings, their emotions, their thoughts. And so we're going to talk a little bit about what we practice here in our collective. It's called direct compassionate communication. It's a way where you can say how you feel what you feel, mind your own business. And yeah, so it was inspired by the work of Dr. Marshall Rosenberg and his work around nonviolent communication. The reason why we've moved away from nonviolent communication is the bias of the word nonviolence. People think nonviolence means nice. The way it's been practiced, when it's not decolonized, it could be like, it feel like a flow and a structure and rules to follow. And that is not the point of nonviolent communication. Hey, Tanya, I just think everyone kind of got it wrong. So we're going to do a live practice. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to also try to share my screen on Substack. So I'm going to do a little bit of talking, which will give you some time to, oh, maybe I can't share on Substack. I thought I could. Well, that's a bummer. Sorry, friends. I thought I could screen share, but I can't. All right. So if you're on Substack or TikTok, you got to find Heal Your Way Forward on Instagram and Facebook so you can kind of follow what I'm saying. Or YouTube, I'm leading us through a live practice. And it's only going to make sense if you can see what I'm talking about. You can even go to my Instagram, Maisha T. Hill, so that you can see what I'm talking about. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. The first thing I want to ask for those who are watching live or the replay, what is your definition of empathy? I've been seeing that word thrown around for all day. Empathy, empathy, empathy. I wrote a blog about it this morning on selective empathy, but how do you define empathy? If you all could help me out real quick. How do you define empathy? What does empathy mean for you? What does that mean? I don't know how to operate this. Hey, thank you for being here. What is empathy? Can anyone tell me or help me understand your definition of empathy? And everyone will probably have a different answer. But what is empathy? Get your thumbs. Define empathy for me. Let me put in the chat. In the comments. If you're watching, let's engage. I don't want to be a TV show. Someone sent me a message. I don't know how this works here. What is empathy? Oh, I can't see it. All right, we got empathy, being able to feel how others feel. Empathy is CA. I don't know what CA is. Hopefully you come back. So we got someone saying empathy is to be able to feel how others feel. Is that what you think empathy is? Thanks, Zet, for joining. How do you define empathy? What is your definition? We got one that says being able to feel how others feel. Anyone else? Or understanding someone else's feelings. Okay. We got putting yourself in someone else's shoes. Okay. That's a definition of empathy. We got some, there's no right or wrong way. How do you define empathy? So far, our working definition, I'm going to put them all together. Being able to feel how others feel or understanding someone's feelings. And then we have putting yourself in someone else's shoes. Those are some definitions for empathy. When we talk about empathy from a direct, compassionate communication stance, if you want to see my slides, you want to go to YouTube so you can see actually the practice we're getting ready to do. Share screen, share window. When we talk about direct, compassionate communication, we are talking about empathy is simply presence for what you or someone else is needing or feeling. And the goal of empathy is not to fix or change the feeling or solve a problem yet. It's just to acknowledge it. That's empathy. So what is direct, compassionate communication? It invites you to be brave and straightforward and name what's real, to say hard things with clarity and receive truth without defensiveness. That's what it means to be direct. It is compassionate. It is rooted in care and deep respect for the humanity in ourselves and another. It's communication, direct, compassionate communication. It strengthens collective resilience through real life practice, role play, and intentional dialogue that helps us move tension towards transformation that transmutes conflict. And it is relational and reparative. It is on my slides again. So it allows us to take ownership of our part. You have three choices when you want to be direct, compassionate, and communication. Your first choice should always be to slow down and self-connect. The second choice is to express yourself. And the third choice is to show up and hold empathy or presence for somebody else. All right? Self-connection is when you pause and you self-reflect and ask yourself, am I about to justify, argue, defend, or explain myself? Or am I about to deny someone's truth, attack them, reverse, become the victim, and then they are my offender? It is your reaction rooted in performance or authentic, transparent expression. You're going to take a moment to meet yourself with compassion, or you can express yourself. You have to read the room though, because you're not always safe to express yourself. And I'm going to tell you something. A lot of us on these internet streets expressing ourselves, and now people are getting fired from their jobs for just their free speech and self-expression. So that is kind of what we do when we talk about, oh, I'm on the wrong window. Sorry. This one's what y'all supposed to be on. I was trying to look at Instagram. Or we're going to provide empathy. So what we're going to do, how you think about this, how you put it into play, is when you think about direct, compassionate communication, you have to start with the flow. We call this our self-connection flow. The first thing is your body awareness. And your body awareness is when you ask yourself, what are you sensing in what's present in your body? What can you feel in your body? Hi, Rachel. We're going through direct, compassionate communication. Unfortunately, you all can't see the slides because I can't screen share on Substack, which is a bummer. All right. So then you move into your beliefs. What are your beliefs? What do you hold about the situation? Are you these thoughts, judgments, evaluations, belief-based feelings, moralizations? From there, you move through to your feelings. You ask, what are your feelings? What are you reacting or connecting to? Then you move down to, what are your feelings showing you about your need? Is it a met need or unmet need? Or what are you longing for? And then you make a request. When you get clarity on your needs, you can make a request of yourself. So if I were to do this real quick, I'm going to show y'all what this might sound like. If I were to take these 6 flows and think about like what I'm feeling in relation to what's going on in the world today, I would literally say, let me put it back up so you can see the words on the screen. And thank y'all for hanging out with me tonight. Let me go back to this. So I want to say, what's the catalyst right now? The catalyst for me right now is logging on to social media and seeing people losing their shit and losing their humanity for themselves. I'm always going to start with the self. So the sensations that are present in my body, like my throat is scratchy and I have a little bit of chest pains just from witnessing how we are moving as humans. My body awareness. What are my beliefs? My belief is that we have lost our humanity. My belief is that we are so conditioned for oppression that we don't even see how we oppress others, even if we think we are anti-racist or liberationists or whatever. I don't know the language anymore. That's how bad it is. I'm reading slides. If you want to go to Heal Your Way Forward on YouTube or Facebook, there are slides that I'm speaking from. My beliefs are like, we've lost our humanity. The government's a shit show. The country's a shit show. What the hell are we doing? My observations, again, my catalyst for this is that like social media, we've lost ourselves, and it's been since about 2023. What are my needs? My needs are showing me that I have a need for connection and a need for people to see their own humanity and the humanity of others. You got to see humanity before you can even like to reach humanity. Like here, I'm just talking now. I feel to reach for humanity and even empathy, it has to start with you. And I have a need for people to understand you can't give what you don't have. So are we really like giving empathy? Are we performing empathy? Because if we can't be empathetic for ourselves, of course we can't be empathetic for others. Like those are my feelings. And I have a need for authenticity, and I have a need for myself to keep it real, which I'm doing right now. And also have a need for the collective to keep it real, right? And then what is the request? Now that I have clear my needs, the request for myself is to just keep showing up and remind everybody that we're human beings. We are not AI. We are not what we're looking like right now. And if we're going to keep letting uh, the media and the government play in our faces and play with us, ugh. So that was my real messy way of doing it. There's no right or wrong way, but I just wanted to show y'all on the screen that when you want to connect with yourself and really get to the root, that direct, compassionate communication is a practice and a process that you can use to get to it. Actually pausing and self-reflecting and self-connecting. And the reason why many of us don't self-connect and self-reflect is because we claim we don't have time. If you didn't have time, how are you sitting here on social media watching me right now? If you didn't have time, how are you able to sit here and watch my cute little presentation to show you a practice you can use to connect to yourself? I don't know if it's you don't have time. I think it's you're moving so fast, you're moving in so much urgency. Hi, Alexandra. See you tonight. You're moving in so much urgency in your life that you don't slow down enough to see it. And when I'm talking about people in white bodies and I'm talking about white supremacy and whiteness, I always say that whiteness is so invisible, you have to be in conscious awareness to see it. And a lot of us are not in consciousness or conscious awareness. So because we're not in consciousness and we're not in conscious awareness, we're just doing things for the sake of doing things. Because we have plenty of time. You're welcome, Rachel. You said, thank you for doing this. I feel so insane and trying to run away from my own self-empathy. Yeah, I think a lot of us are starting to feel that way because we're not even facing our own empathy. We're not even showing it to ourselves. And our compassion meters and our empathy meters are empty because if we really keep it real, the last 2 years, we've really been pouring out for others. And when you spend so much time pouring outside of yourself, when you even think of yourself, it feels hard. It feels tricky. It feels like that energy is not even available for you. So you're so welcome. We practice this every Wednesday at noon. You're going to see me and a couple of folks talking about it too on all the platforms. You'll see probably Mitzi and Jen because it's something that's super important to us and it's something that we want to offer. We're going to try to offer it daily, actually. Probably Sunday through Friday. We're going to take Saturdays off more than likely. But if you want to sit for like 90 minutes to 2 hours and do this practice and get clear, like you can come next Wednesday. It's at noon. And we're trying to adjust it so that because we're an international audience, so the three of us are going to sit down tomorrow and figure out how we can make ourselves available at a capacity to help people like really practice self-empathy and self-connection. And again, I'm only going to say this to those who were able to see the slides, and the slides were shown to Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. If you have time enough to be on social media and hear my voice and just be present with me in this moment, you also have time to just be present for yourself. Does anybody need me to put the slides back on the wall so you can see that main journaling process? And I'm talking to folks who are on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. Anyone need to see it? All right. So again, the first thing, you're having a hard time. You want to first check in with your body. What do you feel in your body? Oh, your internet cut out? Okay, I'm going to share it to the folks who are on the internet streets. I'm going to share it for you, Rachel. Give me a second. Oh, did I just close it out? Maybe I still have it in my. Just a second. I'm going to pull it back up in a second. I wish I could share with everyone because right now, Lois, I might have to ask you to go to look for Heal Your Way Forward on YouTube. Look for Heal Your Way. I don't know how to screen share on this. Yeah, there's no way to screen share on like some of these apps, and it's pretty sad. I might have to flip my phone and my camera. I'll have to figure out what I can do. Just a second. All right, I'm going to put it back on the screen so you all can see it. All right. If you screenshot this and you choose to use this, my only request is that you need to share where you got it from, because this is actually intellectual property. And yeah, can y'all see it? Okay, so there it is. Those are the steps. Screenshot this so you have it. Screenshot it so you have it. You're going to do this for 7 minutes. Set a 7-minute timer. And you're going to move to your body awareness. You're going to identify your beliefs. You're going to go through your observations. What was your catalyst? What are you noticing or remembering? From there, you're going to look at your feelings, your needs. And when you're self-connecting, the goal is to make a request of yourself. Sometimes I actually have to do this practice 7 times to get really, really clear and concrete on the goal that I have for myself. So I will do 7 rounds for 7 minutes. Because if I could spend more time than that scrolling on my phone, I can spend more time caring about myself too. Take this as that reminder, man. There's so much going into the world. Like, this is how you can practice self-empathy and self-connection. This is what we do in our collective, in our community. We meet each other. We meet ourselves first with compassion. We get clear on our own requests before we go and start making requests of other people. And so if you want to come to live practice, so far I know we have next Wednesday at noon Pacific Standard Time. You can come and practice with myself and another facilitator. Today in our collective, when you become a member of our collective, there are 3 opportunities to practice in your membership per month, as well as other. We also have a healing codependency group. We're also going to relaunch our 12-step recovery group. So yeah. So this is the practice. This is the process. This is how I'm able to, a lot of people are like, oh my God, how can you be so calm? How can you do? Because I recognize, one, from a mindfulness perspective, like, it's all out of my control. I can only control my response or my reaction to it. Hope you guys screenshot it. This is all out of our control. Everything that's happening in the world is not in our control. The only thing we can control is our reaction to it. And I refuse to let my nervous system be used and taken advantage of. I'm tired of it now. I told my social media detox crew today, like, I'm done watching the news. I'll let someone bring something up to my attention and I'll go do my own research, but I can't watch it anymore. And I also have to be mindful of my sources. I love everyone who are activists, who are online giving y'all the breaking news. I can't even hear Aaron Parnas right now. I don't want to hear major breaking news. I don't want to hear breaking news. I don't want to hear this just in. I don't have capacity. My capacity is, how can I find my own humanity right now? How can I heal my way forward? What does that look like for me? How can I make part of healing forward is making sure that the people I love and care about have what they need? Because if you guys think this is something, because it's been too much, but from my last research, because I'm always trying to keep an eye out on HUD, the Housing and Urban Development, there is some information going around that they're actually going to cut the Section 8 program And that is going to kick thousands of families off of Section 8. It's about to get real ugly, y'all. So we're going to need practices that are body-based, body-informed practices. We're going to need these practices, and we're going to have to learn how to need each other. This is wild times, y'all. But I hope you all seeing that practice was helpful. And again, we do the practice once a week. It's open for all. Pay what you can. Starts at $1. You can pay 10,000. No. But once you learn it and once you practice it, you get access to the actual. We also have some worksheets that give you words to describe what you're feeling. A lot of times you don't know how you feel because you don't have a word to point to. But when you come to the practice session, we give you all that. We should be writing about direct compassionate communication on Substack. So our Substack's going to get real human-like and real fun. I'm grateful for each and every one of you that stayed with me on this live. As you know, we're going for 3K in 30 days, and I believe we will get there. I'm staying excited about it. I was at the store today, and I totally forgot to making a bracelet. I totally forgot to get my poster board. But my energy has been real low, but this is collective energy. It's collective energy, eclipse energy, portal energy. It's a lot going on right now. So with that, I'm grateful for you. I hope that you guys can continue to support the work of Heal Your Way Forward. If you can purchase a copy of the book, please let me know. I just got a call from the kid in college. That tuition bill just came, and I'm like, oh, Lord, please help us all. I wasn't planning for it, and I've been sick, and all the stories come up, so I'm selling 3,000 books because we got to pay for tuition. So there's that. Thank y'all for all your support over the years. Someone asked me to make a bunch of blue bracelets. I'm making them as fast as I can, but I will put them up as well because, again, thank you so much for buying from Octavia's Bookshelf. I'm so sorry I didn't get down there to get a signed copy, but I may be down there in a couple of weeks. So when I do get to Southern California, stay tuned because I'll be definitely announcing it. I can sign your book in person. So, all right, y'all. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Take care of your hearts. Connect to your spirits, to your body. This is also what I do to regulate my nervous system. So just making these. I'm working on blue today. And I'll just keep making them. So much love to all of you. Thank you for hanging out. I hope y'all have a good night. I will see you tomorrow at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Oh my gosh, Chelsea, you came to YouTube. I'm so sorry. Anybody have any questions or comments? I sure did log out of Instagram fast. Chelsea says, I got stuck when it got to needs and requests. I get frozen. Just a sign I need to keep reflecting. Thank you. You're welcome. Chelsea, I'm going to post a link in the chat. Click this link, Chelsea. Tell me if you can click it once I get to my notes, because this is going to give you some lists of needs. Yep. So I'm going to give, I was supposed to put it for everybody. Sorry, y'all. I'm so behind. If you're on TikTok, I'm over on YouTube now. Okay, hold on. Do y'all see a link on like YouTube right now? Let me know. The steps are not in Heal Your Way Forward. The steps are, they're not. Dang it. Okay, cool. They're not, but I can also, who asked for the steps? Lois, the steps are not in my book, but Lois, I don't know if you can send a message on YouTube, but if you email this email and ask for the steps, we can send them to you. Put that email in there. If you want to see that one screen that I shared. Hey, Britton, we were kind of going through direct compassion communication. I thought I could share slides on Substack, but I couldn't. It's a bummer. So the email is info@checkyourprivilege.co. Just say, hey, Maisha was online. She told me to send for the steps and I can get those to you. The link that I actually just showed Mandy was, we have these inventory lists and they go through feelings, needs, sensations, belief-based feelings. The one pager is always good. I wish y'all could see on Substack. I'm so bummed out. But like feelings when your needs are satisfied, feeling when your needs are not satisfied. Here's a whole list of needs. And there's some sensations as well. So that will take you to, that link will take you to that list of needs. And then, yeah, so Mandy said the news cycle is crazy. So much is happening below the radar, like the Section 8 thing. Yeah, there's so much breaking news coming at us every day that we don't even recognize and realize. TikTok, I'm dying. I'll see y'all in the morning, 7 a.m. If you want to hang out, we're on YouTube. And Substack. I lost my train of thought talking to the folks on Tickety Talk. Yeah, the news cycle is so much. That's why I can't, there's something about the cycle that's just really unhealthy. But then if you all don't know about Noam Chomsky and Edward, I can't think of his last name right now, the propaganda model, this is actually this is like a lot. I'm trying to find it because I just shared it in our social media detox group. I'm going to put the link to this also in the YouTube. Everyone needs to watch Manufacturing Consent. The link is there. It's the video I've been sharing with people all day because it's on Facebook too, if you're on Facebook watching. That will let you know what's happening right now, the bombardment. So when you are in an abusive relationship, one of the things abusers do is they bombard you with information to keep you confused and to keep you conflicted within yourself. That's why I've said in, I think the first Check Your Privilege book, I said we're in a narcissistic and codependent relationship with America, where America is the narcissist and we're all codependents. We're gonna republish that book soon so we can get that one back on the bookshelf. That's the first. That one's called Check Your Privilege, Live into the Work. I know I have some edits to do on my chapter because a lot's changed in 6-7 years, but yeah, probably do a second edition revision and get that published out for y'all by Christmas. It's a lot to think about. It's all with intention and it's all with purpose. So for example, if your social media is breaking news and you're trying to stay glued in all the time, there is no human way. I don't understand how we can stay on like this. How are y'all staying on? There has to be a level of disassociation when you're so glued into the news and media all the time. There's got to be. So we have to reclaim our nervous systems. We have to take care of ourselves. We have to take care of our spirits. So yeah, thank y'all for sharing what was coming up for you. I hope this was a very helpful practice. Again, we do it live on Wednesdays at noon. If you go to our website, checkyourprivilege.co, it's under live events. You can see the practice of direct compassionate communication. I think next week it's me and Mitzi. Let me see. We do it on the first Saturday. Trying to see if I can show y'all the website so you guys know where to go. Get involved. You go to the website and you go to live events and on-demand offerings. You would want to click on the September 17th at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time or September 24th. We'll have other dates on here because it's something that we're going to be practicing often because there's a lot happening in the world and everybody needs some love. So you get the full practice and not kind of like the shortened practice that I gave you all. So go to the September 17th date and you can sign up for that practice. It's pay what feels good. It starts at $1. Yeah, if you need more support, you can go on the same website. You can download this 14-day liberation plan. It'll give you 14 days to reorient to your message. And our collective, unfortunately, you got to get on the wait list because it's closed right now. But the collective will be opening back up towards the end of October. So yeah, that's all I got. Some of the resources to like kind of get you going. I hope you've enjoyed this live. I appreciate the time you took to hang out with me on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Substack. I will be back at 7 a.m. I think tomorrow I'm gonna try to do just like a quiet pause before we jump into it. And as always, thank you all for supporting the work of Heal Your Way Forward and Check Your Privilege. And until I see y'all tomorrow, keep living into your work. And I'm going to finish off this bracelet and head to bed. Peace, blessings, and really please take care of your hearts and spirits. We only got one life. And I heard a quote today, death is promised. You got one life. Please live it. Much love. Good night.